The movie Ghost, from 1990, starring Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore, is an extremely well-made movie about greed, betrayal, redemption, love, and acceptance in the face of tragedy. It stands out as a relatable movie due to its subject, something we all must experience: physical death. But first, remember to hit the like button and leave a comment. And if you don't subscribe... Get off my channel!
No. You stubborn asshole.
One scene that stuck out to me over the years was the subway scene, where the main character, Sam Wheat, a murder victim who is now a ghost, meets another unhinged soul, also a ghost, who helps him level up on his ghost powers. Why does the scene work so well? First, its fantastic delivery of the train ghost by Vincent Schiavelli, whose interesting face lends a certain menacing insanity to the role. His intimidating attempts at bullying Sam off the train are maniacally intense and ineffective. The scene is brief, but filled with beautifully written nuggets and leaves us with things to contemplate. First of all, who was the train ghost? What happened to him? Why does he call it my train? What could his backstory be? I'll explore the possibilities later in this video. But what makes the scene so powerful is how there is a tremendous emotional arc within the few minutes in which the characters interact. Here we have Sam standing up to the bully, insisting he teach him how to move things as a ghost. Train Ghost, who I will call Harry from now on because I want to and that's what he looks like, threatens Sam, but then mentors him, mocks him, shows surprise and appreciation, then fear, delusion, and the inability to let go of the anguish of what happened to him, eliciting Sam's compassion after he vanishes. That's a lot to put into one brief encounter in a movie, effectively. Not only is the emotional arch palpable, but the mentorship frame and details relating to the training Sam receives is relatable to those who follow spiritual philosophies. For example, to show Sam how to move things, Harry first explains his mistake. He points out Sam still thinks he is a body that can move things with his body parts.
You're trying to move it with your finger. You can't push it with your finger. You're dead.
Sam, like all other ghosts, is essentially non-physical thought, consciousness, and in order to move physical objects, you have to take a different approach.
How did you do that? You gotta take all your emotions, all your anger, all your love, all your hate, and push it way down here into the pit of your stomach, and then let it explode like a reactor.
Here, Harry says to use the energy stored in his stomach to move things, which is really interesting because, if you weren't aware, in certain earthly spiritualities, there are energy centers of the body called chakras. The one Harry indicates here is the solar plexus chakra, also known as the Manipura chakra in Sanskrit, the energy center of power, will, and personal transformation. Harry is teaching Sam how to channel this energy for use in the physical world. At first, Sam blunders through it and can't move the object, but to Harry's surprise and appreciation, and perhaps because he was angry about being mocked, Sam finally moves the objects using his newfound focus. Things are going well until Sam prods too deeply and asks Harry how long he'd been there. Harry's pain ignites and he is triggered into a delusive fit of rage. There is a little bit of a sad irony at play here. Harry is in a physical environment of transition, a kind of symbolic liminal space with the trains going from one place to another, and yet he is stuck, attached to the world of memory and sensation.
Oh, I'd give anything for a drag. Just one drag.
He is unable to let go of his former life and eventually vanishes in pain before an astounded and compassionate Sam. Now, who exactly was Harry, the train ghost? This is only theory, pure speculation. And keep in mind, ghosts in this film appear in clothing they wore when they died. The train ghost is wearing a black overcoat with a pronounced collar, dull green pants, and unkempt hair. However, the biggest clue is in what he says.
How long have you been here?
Since they pushed me.
He could be a paranoid homeless man, or perhaps some sort of assassin or criminal who was outed by his own after being marked for death and pushed onto the tracks. Note how he says, "They pushed me," possibly indicating multiple attackers. His murderers were either cruel kids or hitmen. Or both. In any case, it seems like he is reliving the nightmare of the events that led to his death and is assigning it to Sam with extreme paranoia.
Who sent you?
He calls it
My train!
because perhaps this is the train that hit him and ended his life. He stakes claim to that train, first because he is energetically attracted to it, and two, he has a deluded, futile hope that his attachment to it will bring him back to life. But of course, this is impossible for him, and he becomes an unstable, pitiable, lost soul, bound to a world that has forgotten him. But, as I said, this is only a theory, and purely that. I think what works is how these questions are left unanswered, how mysterious it all is. The air of intrigue around the train ghost is another element that makes the scene one of the more memorable ones in cinema history. What do you think is the train ghost's story? What do you like about this scene and the movie overall? Check out the next video for more. You're gonna like it. Also a ghost, who helps him level up on his...